ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. You're not the one that can laugh.
There we go. All right, go ahead.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Is this straight?
There we go.
Teach Me Grappling. What's up, guys? I'm sorry. Tonight we are understaffed, and it's just me and Gino. Gino's holding the camera right now. I decided I'm going to give you guys a video and just talk about a subject. Again, there's other channels, great channels like I think Jiu-jitsu, right? Is it Jiu-jitsu? I think it's Jiu-jitsu. He's a great guy. I love watching his channel sometimes, and he typically does this a lot. So I used to do some, in the past, but I've gotten away from it, and I almost always do techniques. But today, since I am understaffed, I thought, you know what, it'd be great to talk about a subject. We had a guy, I talk about this subject a lot with my students. So, and the subject is basically how to learn and how to get better and how to deal with failure, how to deal with losses, how to deal with frustration in practice or in a match. And I just want to say on this subject, like, I love this subject because I feel like I know how to teach, and I feel like I know how to make people better. That's something I feel confident in. And one thing as a coach that I think you guys need is you've got to learn how to just let it all go. When you guys lose or get frustrated. Like, for example, this morning we had a student. He's a white belt. He just started jiu-jitsu. He's only been training maybe 2-3 weeks. And, he's a big guy. He kind of came from another martial art. So he had a different martial arts background, and now he's doing jiu-jitsu. And so it's really hard for him because he came from more of like a kung fu style, and jiu-jitsu is hard. From his point of view, we're taking away all of his techniques. He's trying to do jiu-jitsu now, and he's lost. And he's also an older gentleman. So because he's older, that old, saying about you can't teach an old dog new tricks, it's kind of difficult because his mind, he's so set. He's already developed motor skills and muscle memory that he does, and now he's trying to do jiu-jitsu. And his body doesn't want to do it. It wants to do his kung fu stuff. It wants to do all the things that his body has learned to do since he was a young kid. And maybe that's you out there. Maybe you're struggling to get better, like him. And he gets frustrated. We were showing him an arm drag. And we show him an arm drag. So we grab the wrist, we reach across, we grab the triceps, we try to pull, and then we go to the guy's back. Very simple task, right? 1, 2, pull, and go to his back. Of course, there's details, but basically that's all I need, right? A beginner starting out, he doesn't need great details. He just needs grab the wrist, reach across, pull, and go to the back. And then what happened? Like I just said that 3 times to you. What happened when he went out and practiced? He went like this. Grab the wrist, he used the cross wrist and then he grabbed the tricep with the same side. So he's doing the arm drag backwards. It's more of an elbow pass. No, that's not right. So I let him know. I'm like, hey, you got to switch your arms. And then what do I see from him? Frustration. Like he's frustrated with himself because his own brain can't get the move. And I teach him to do it right. He does it right for 1 rep. Next rep, he does it right again. 3rd rep, he does it wrong. His brain says, nope, I'm going back to something else. He starts thinking about something else, maybe a different detail, and he forgets the first part again. So if he feels like he's starting all over from scratch every single time. Because of that, he then lets out another big, man, I can't get it. And it's very negative. Let's call that negative. It's not positive. That kind of frustration, guys, it's something that a lot of people will say it's good. I've heard a lot of times people say it's a good thing when you get frustrated, when you hate to lose so bad that you start getting angry or or frustrated, they actually encourage it. For example, one guy does a match. Maybe he's a wrestler. He goes out on the mat, he gets pinned. And he comes off the mat and he's angry, he's upset, and he's crying. He could be throwing things, whatever he's doing. And someone says, you know what? I like that kid because he's fired up. He's pissed off. He's frustrated. So in some ways that's good. They turn it to a positive. They say that his negative feelings, what I'm calling negative, frustration, anger, crying, all those things, those emotions, I would call them negative personally, but they're saying that that's a good thing because it's gonna help him get back in the gym and fight harder and learn and get better and one day succeed. So yeah, that's a great story and all, but let me tell you this, guys. Here's why it's not good. That frustration stops you from progressing in the right here and now. It's a bad habit for you, in my opinion. Of course, if you do it and that's your personality, I want you to use it as a positive. Maybe the next day, come back in the gym, work on it. But let me tell you, let's stop being children. We need to stop whining and crying about things. When you have a problem and you lose a match, again, let's say it's a wrestling match or a jiu-jitsu match or an MMA fight. When you come out of there, here's what I want to see as a coach. If you're going to be the best learner you can be, here's what I want to see. I want to see a person with focused eyes. So this is what you do to your coach. You go talk to your coach and you say, Coach, what did I do wrong? I was trying to grab him like this, but he was still able to get away. What did I do wrong? That's what a coach wants to hear. That shows focused attention. It shows maturity. You're not crying. You're not being a baby, so you're being a good sport about it. And what it shows is a maturity that you understand how to learn. This is what it takes to learn. You have to understand that when you lost, that's reality. You lost for a reason. You lost because you grabbed the guy wrong, or you mistimed something, or maybe that guy kicked your ass because he's better than you. And when somebody's better than you, and they have what it takes to beat you on that day, just accept it. It's no big deal. I'm not saying be a happy loser, but accept it. It's over. Now, you just go to your coach, say, what do I need to do? Because I need to get better. If I'm going to beat this guy next time, I have to get better. So show me how to get out of this armbar. Coach shows you how to get out of the armbar. You drill it 1,000 times. That guy never catches you in an armbar again. That's the way it works. That's how life works. So, of course, there is always a little bit of frustration that naturally comes out in everybody, but I'm trying to encourage you guys, let that stuff go. As I became more and more mature and more wise in this game, I started to realize that those things didn't help me. In other words, sometimes you might show frustration and then you use that as drive or fire or whatever you want to call that. That's great, but guess what? You don't need to have that to get better. I've had many athletes I've trained, and I do this since they're young. I teach them that losing is a part of life. I don't tell them to hate losing. He hates to lose. I've heard that a million times. I love this kid because he hates to lose. He hates to lose so much. And I'm telling you guys, look, hating to lose is, if you want to win that way, that is a vehicle you can use to get better. You can. For those of you guys out there that love that and believe in that, you can use that. But there's another vehicle is what I'm trying to teach you. Losing, it's nowadays the most popular thing. You don't lose, you learn. They say you either win or you learn. I love that one. That's great with the kids. Some people make fun of it and they say that's bullshit, you lost. I don't care. To be honest, I don't care. Here's how I feel. You did lose. Losing isn't so bad. When you lose, you do learn from it. So I don't care if you switch the word and call it learn or if you call it losing. That's all bullshit to me. All you have to do, whether you lost or you're going to learn right now, is that we learn. That's all that matters. So when I lose, I tell somebody, I go, I lost. I'm not afraid of that word. It doesn't make me feel bad. And this is something I want to teach you. Don't feel bad when you hear the word lose. Just say, I lost. That's fine. It's the same thing as tapping. It's like in jiu-jitsu when you learn about tapping and people say tapping is a good thing. Learn to feel that tapping is okay. Once you do that, your approach changes. You don't get angry and slap the mat when you get tapped out. When you get tapped, you smile, you laugh. You go, oh, that was awesome. You caught me in an armbar. I don't want it to happen next time, but dude, you're good. Dude, how'd you catch me like that? And you learn more, and it makes it a much healthier process. And when you learn this way, I'm telling you, it's much more enjoyable. It's much more fun. Your brain will accept information. When I get a kid that loses, he will get frustrated, and then, he'll shut down. He doesn't want to learn, and that's a problem. And that's what I'm trying to get at, guys. So that way, when you hate to lose and everything, I want you guys to learn that losing's okay. It's not the end of the world. Look, you're gonna lose again. Once you lose once, you're gonna lose again. So the next time it happens, here's how you deal with it. Get up, maybe one little, didn't like that. Then come right back to focus, talk to your coach. How can I get better? What do I need to do? Fix it, and then move on. And smile, and enjoy the journey. Because once you get to the destination, whatever that is, it's over. So you have to enjoy the process, and that's what I do. So I hope you guys learned this lesson today. Thank you so much. This is not my norm. I do talk to my students all the time about this. I love talking about it, but it's not usually something I do in front of the camera for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed. All right, Teach Me Grappling. Please like, share, and subscribe. Click the link down below at Patreon and PayPal. Contribute to this channel. I'll be back for more next time. I still got to give you guys that next technique tomorrow. All right, I'm out. Thank you.